Hi, welcome to another episode of Mindful with Nikki. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about having a voice and using it. So, what do I mean? I mean that if something happens in your town or your job or your country that you're not happy with, instead of just complaining about it, I'm talking about using your voice and actually doing something about it. So, speaking up, in other words. Okay, so I'll use examples. Um, I get this, it's funny, my friends tell me all the time. If something's happening in my town, I'm a big fan of when trees are being cut down, I'm going to be the first one there to try and save the trees and not cut them down for the sake of building bigger roads and what have you. But I don't just go up to the where they're going to cut down the trees and stand there, and I don't just leave it at that. I pay the mayor a visit, and I go and express my disappointment about the subject. Now, nothing really comes out of that at that time, but I feel that at least I did something about it, and if enough of us do something about something, if enough of us do something about it, then something will be done. So the next time that they're going to consider cutting a tree down to make a road wider or whatever it is that they need to cut the tree down for, they might think twice about it. I mean, look at Greta Thunberg. She started out all by herself using her voice to protest about climate change. And today there are millions and millions of started with children, the youth, and now it's everybody's following and going along with it. She had a voice and she used it. So this is what today's episode is about, learning to use your voice, not just complaining. So when something has happened that you're not happy with, don't just write on social media, oh, I'm really cross, and and then everybody starts putting those horrible, I hate those horrible little emojis with the angry face. I really don't like it when people press those on something that they don't like. It just has so much negativity, that emoji. I wish it was just a thumbs down as opposed to an angry face. You know, a thumbs down is, yeah, okay, you know, don't really like that, or I don't agree with it, or yeah, I'm not happy with that, whatever. But that angry face is just anger. I don't like anger. Don't like it at all. So, an example about using your voice. You might be working in an office and something's happened that you're not happy with. I said I'd use an example. Okay, I don't work in an office. I used to, but I don't anymore. What kind of problems did I have when I was working in an office? People used to get upset all the time about other people taking their stuff from the fridge, their snacks and things. Write little notes on your snacks. Maybe that will work, maybe it won't. But that's not an actual example that I can give you right now. Okay, here's one. My 9-year-old. My 9-year-old was complaining the other day that during break time, one of their breaks, they're not allowed to play football. And the reason is because the high schoolers have PE at the same time, and they're using the football field for their PE lesson. So the ones that have break are not allowed to play football at that time. And he was quite upset about it. And I said to him, okay, what did you do about it? And he said, I told the teacher, and she said, well, we can't do anything about it because the high schoolers have got PE. And I said to him, okay, so do you have a suggestion that they can do to try and fix that? Can you think of something that you can suggest? And he thought about it a little bit. And he came to me a few days later after he had thought about it. And he said, Mama, I went to see the principal today. I was like, oh yeah? What did you say to the principal? He said that he went to the principal with a group of friends, that they were all upset about this football situation, and he said to the principal that I understand that you can't change obviously the time of PE that the high schoolers do. I understand that you can't change the time that they do PE, but would you consider allowing us to play football during the first break? seeing as though we're not allowed to play in the second break because of the high schoolers. And I was so proud of him. He went with a problem and offered a solution. And he's 9. He's 9 and he had the guts to go to the principal. I mean, when I was 9, if I saw the principal, I'd run in the opposite direction, not purposely go and pay him a visit. I mean, wow, that's a big thing. That's really, they need to learn, and we need to learn that, not argue. I'm not saying go and pick a fight and say, yeah, we want this, we want that. No, he went calmly, peacefully, and offered a solution. And the principal said, that sounds very reasonable. I will see what I can do about it. Win-win. I mean, how cool is that? So today's episode is about having a voice and using it productively. Okay? So think about what your problem is, what the thing that you want to speak out about is, and offer a solution or an alternative. And try going about it that way. Until next time, use your voice.